Welcome in. Welcome in. I almost made it. I almost made it on time. Not too terribly late, but I almost made it. 6 minutes. I was pushing for 2 days in a row. That would have been too much for me. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome in. Everyone. Welcome in. Yeah. Come on in. You got your tea? I've got my tea. Again, tonight I have hibiscus and peppermint together. And I have taken everything that I can take to stop my sniffles, to stop my eyes from running. But welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in, and thank you for joining me again tonight. Thank you ever so much. I can't say thank you enough for you all coming and joining me. Is my music too loud? Can you hear me? That's my favorite song to get me started. Come in, come in, welcome in. Welcome in. Bring your tea. Come on up to the front. Mr. Goodman, welcome in. Dreamcatcher, welcome in. Jerome, Mary, welcome in. Thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Karen, Robert, welcome in. Welcome in. Come on up to the front. Sit and stay for a minute. Yeah, I've got my tea. Do you have your tea? I do. Yeah. Can you smell it? It smells absolutely wonderful. That hibiscus smells so good. I'm going to let it steep for a little bit more longer. Galathea, welcome in. Welcome in. As you all are coming in, Big Wayne, welcome in. As you are coming in, get your daily heart needs. Get your daily heart needs. Get all of your points, please. Also, if you would you share it out? There's a little arrow at the bottom of your screen. If you click on it, then you see add to stories. If you click on that, it'll share out this live to your stories, and you don't have to sit there and pick through the ones that you want to send out. So if you would please, I would certainly appreciate it. Let me see if I can get all the housekeeping things done. We have wonderful moderators here, but they absolutely know that I don't want anyone kicked out. So I ask that you be mindful of what you put in the chat and be mindful of your neighbors, of the person sitting next to you. If you have questions, and at the end of tonight, when I invite you up, if you don't want to come up, please feel free to write your question in the chat. I always check the comments at the end of the night to see if there are any questions, if I was unclear on anything. That's not what I want. I want for sure you have an understanding. So come in, and we're about to get started. Are you ready? Last night, that's my favorite song. Can you hear it? It's called Fantasy by Tyra Lavone. Anyway, it just puts me in that. Have you ever had a song that just took you there? It caused you to relax. Just relax, come in. Over here, this is serene, peaceful, because I want you to give you permission to think differently. Over here, it's my spiritual gift to teach, and I want to teach first, and hoping that you, Marvin, hoping that you, Sadie, welcome in, that you get an understanding. So last night, we talked about two paths. Tonight, we're going to walk down a path together. Thank you, Marvin. Thank you. We're going to walk down a path together. We're going to go down the path of blame and denial. Blame and denial. Ooh. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Blame and denial. We need to see what's on this road and understand why it keeps us stuck before we can choose the other path. Oh, that's beautiful. Listen, you all have been most kind. I don't know what I am fighting, but I'm fighting it. But my nose, my eyes, everything. So I hope you all can hear me clearly. Let's get started, because I don't want to keep you long. We understand that every day in relationships, we are making choices, often without realizing it. We are choosing between getting results or collecting reasons. We're choosing between getting results or collecting reasons. And tonight, we are going to delve into the fork in the road. The fork in the road, but there's only one choice. We're going to explore together collecting reasons. So let's get started with blame. I have two acronyms. I have an acronym. It may not make sense to you, but it made sense to me when I did it. And there's an acronym for blame, and I have an acronym for denial. Probably one that you've not heard before, but you know me. So let's dive in. Are you got your seatbelt on? Because it's gonna be a bumpy road. I hope you got some good tea that's gonna settle your stomach, because you may not want to hear, but I hope that I'm gonna give it to you so you can process it later. Okay. So let's look at blame, the prison of other people's faults. The prison of other people's faults. Now let's look at the letters that I came up with, okay? Hold on. The B is for blocking your growth. You are blocking your growth. When you blame, you block yourself from learning. You cannot grow from something you will not examine. The L is a lack of self-awareness. A lack of self-awareness. Blame keeps you from looking inward. You are so busy pointing at them, you never see your own reflection. The A is for avoiding truth. Avoiding truth. The truth is uncomfortable, Blame is the comfortable lie that keeps you from facing what you need to face. Ooh. Avoiding the truth. The truth is uncomfortable. Blame is the comfortable lie that keeps you from facing what you need to face. Now, this was me. These were me. These were me avoiding the truth. I did not want to admit. As a matter of fact, I closed my eyes and looked the other direction as not to face what I needed to face. Make the M, making excuses. If they had not, if only they would have. Every excuse is a brick in the wall that keeps you from results. Have you ever said that? Have you ever said that? If they had not, if they only would have. I don't believe that I'm the only one that has done that. I don't believe I am. But the E, escaping growth. The E, escaping growth. Growth requires discomfort. Growth requires discomfort. Blame is the escape hatch that keeps you small, safe, and stuck. It does. So, what does blame sound like? What does blame sound like? See if any of these, they're mine, but see if they resonate with you. They never listen to me. They never listen to me. But did you clearly communicate? My answer is no. My answer was no. I didn't clearly communicate because I was afraid. Remember that yesterday? It's a fear that some of us have that keeps us from communicating clearly. They changed. Or did you stop overlooking who they really were? Oh, that's a big one. They didn't appreciate me. They didn't appreciate me. But did you appreciate yourself enough to leave when you were not being valued? You don't have to answer in the chat. Just make note of it. My answer was no, I didn't. I stayed because for me, it was my vows. And my vows said for better or for worse. So this had to be the worst. This was the worst. And I had to endure it. My vows. My vows. All men or women are the same. Or do you keep choosing the same type? Or do you continue to choose the same type? So, as you all are listening, would you please just tap the screen for me? I would appreciate it. Thank you. Good evening, Proof. Good evening. Blame sounds like I gave them everything. I gave them everything. But did they ask for that? Did they ask for it? Or were you trying to earn love? And there was this one gentleman, He said, you were 19 when you got married. You didn't know anything about anything. I knew that I wanted to be loved. And that's the reason why I said, I gave them everything. But the question is, did they ask for that? Or was you trying to earn their love? It's a painful place to be right now, to answer these hard questions. But when you answer these hard questions, and I asked you last night to look in the mirror, last night's session had questions at the end. I wanted you to sit in a mirror and pose the questions that were at the end of the session to you in the mirror. Talk to you out loud in the mirror. Hear what you're saying. Don't lie. Be honest with you. Show you as much compassion as you have shown everyone else. Tell the truth. Be honest with you. They ruined me. Or is this your opportunity to rebuild yourself? For me, it was an opportunity for me to not rebuild, just build myself. I didn't know who I was. I know who they said I was. I was my parents' daughter. I was my husband's. I was the wife of him. I was the mother of him. But who was I? I don't know. I didn't know. How many of you can say you know who you are? Do you? Did they ruin you? Or is this an opportunity for you to build you? Blame is dangerous. Blame is dangerous. It makes you a victim, and victims don't have the power to change. It keeps you angry, and angry is heavy. God knows it's heavy. You'll carry it into every new relationship. Blame is dangerous. It prevents closure. You can't close a chapter you won't or will not finish reading. You can't. It attracts the same. Bitter people. Let me say it slowly. Bitter people attract broken situations. You may not believe it, but when you take time with you, you'll understand. It teaches the wrong lesson. Blame does. Instead of learning what to do differently, you learn to protect yourself from growth. Now let's look at denial. Denial. Have a sip of your tea. Allow me to take care of my nose. You all tap the screen, please. Please. And then we're going to get started on denial. Okay? So let's do a power tap. Come on, everybody, let's do a power tap. Let's do a power tap, everyone. Because if thus far you are enjoying what is being said, let's tap the screen. Let's tap the screen. And thank you all for the follows. Thank you so much for the follows. Denial. The lie that keeps you lost. Denial. The lie that keeps you lost. The D. Deflecting. Well, what about what they did? Deflecting. Well, what about what they did? Well, what about what you did? The last time you did this, and deflection keeps the spotlight off of your part. Off of your part. The E, evading reality. Reality is that you had a role. Denial says, not me. I was perfect. They were the problem. Galathea's in here, and I don't know if Ithaca's in here or Miss Barbara, but we all sat under David Burris. But in his group, they sat under me as under the ladies, and they've heard me say 1,000,000 times that the demise of a relationship is not one-sided. Even if it's 95-5, you lent something to the demise of that relationship. Will you be honest with yourself? Will you be honest with you in what you did to cause the demise of that relationship? Whatever that relationship is, if it doesn't matter, did you welcome in no stigma? What did you do? And you did. The end is for neglecting your part. Neglecting your part. Even if they were 95% wrong, what about your 5%? Denial neglects that percentage that holds your power. You had power there. At 5%, you had power. What did you do with it? The I, ignoring patterns. This is the third relationship that ended the same way. But denial says it's just bad luck. That's what denial says. The A, avoiding accountability. I don't need to change anything. They need to change. That's denial talking. I don't need to change anything. They need to change. That's denial talking. You're not perfect. There is always something that we could do better in us, that inner person. Lying, the L, lying to yourself. The biggest lie this side of heaven. I did everything right. Nobody, absolutely no one, does everything right. That's what makes us human. That's what makes us human. We don't do everything right. So, what does denial sound like? What does denial sound like? Come on, let's tap the screen, would you? Let's tap the screen. I got lipstick everywhere. Let's tap the screen. As I continue, I appreciate it. Thank you so much for tapping the screen. So, what does denial sound like? I'm glad you asked. Denial says, I have no idea why this keeps happening to me. Pattern blindness. Pattern blindness. Denial says, there's nothing I could have done differently. Perfection delusion. Perfection delusion. I was the perfect partner. I call cap. Isn't that what they say now? I call cap. Lack of self-reflection. Lack of self-reflection. This was 100% their fault. Mathematically impossible in any relationship. Mathematically impossible. I don't have any issues to work on. The ultimate self-deception. The ultimate self-deception. My friends all agree. They were crazy. You were operating in an echo chamber validation. They told you what you wanted to hear because it was easier for them to tell you what you wanted to hear, be in your business, as not to handle the mess that they were in. So they lied to you, and you lied to you. And how did that work out? It didn't, did it? So, why is denial so deadly? Why is denial so deadly? You repeat the same relationship, different person, same problem or problems. You never healed. Cannot heal what you are not willing to acknowledge. You cannot heal what you are not willing to acknowledge. D, welcome in, welcome in. You stay stuck. Why denial is so deadly. You stay stuck. Same level, same devil, different decade. You stay stuck. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You waste time. You waste time. Years pass, nothing changes. You wasted time. You become bitter. You become bitter. Why does this always happen to me? Because you will not learn why. You will not learn why. Reasons. Remember I said you will either be collecting reasons or getting results, right? And tonight, this path that we're going down is collecting reasons. So what reasons? When you stay in blame and when you stay in denial, what reasons are you collecting? Repeated patterns, same story, different cast. Bitterness, a heart that has hardened instead of healing. Stagnation, you're the same person you were 5 relationships ago. You came out of one, went into another. You don't know why that one didn't work. You just keep on. And you just picking up baggage along the way. And how is that working for you? A victim mentality. A victim mentality. Always done wrong, never doing wrong. His fault, her fault, their fault. Not me. Broken picker. You keep choosing the same type because why? You keep listening to that echo chamber that you've been living in that tells you what you want to hear. You've learned nothing. You even go where they feed what you want to hear. You've learned nothing. Absolutely nothing. No peace. No peace. Constant war with your past. Blame and denial. No peace. Passed down pain. Your children learn to avoid accountability because of what you're passing down. Your children learn to do the same thing. Last night we talked about it. Just the fear of consequences. The dog ate my homework. We were running through the house. We bumped the table. We knocked the flower vase over. But when Mama or Dad said, "Who did this?" it wasn't me. Loneliness. Healthy people avoid those who can't own their own part. It's not a comfortable place to be, so you choose not to be there. You choose to excuse yourself because you say they're lying to themselves. There was something that they did, and they don't want to own up to it. Collecting reasons. Collecting reasons. Excuses for equal excuses. You know how I started off yesterday was blame, excuses, denial. Collecting reasons, excuses for why you do not have what you want. Why you do not have what you want. Now that's the tea. Now that's the tea. I promised I wouldn't keep you long. You all, I'm still fighting whatever it is. But I wanted to give you this so you could sit with you. So you could, this was me sitting with me then. Coming out of a divorce. Coming out of having been married for 23 years. Coming out not knowing me, but coming out with an understanding that I don't know. So how can I be a better me? The song that I played last night at the end, A Better Place. How do I get to that better place? I need to get an understanding that we're at a fork in the road. Am I going to continue to blame and deny? Or am I going to take ownership? And that's where we're going to go tomorrow. We're going to go down the other path. But there's only one choice. Yeah, there's only one choice. So tomorrow, we will go down the other path of what does it look like? Ownership, accountability, responsibility. You owe it to you, and you owe it to the persons around you that you want to be in a relationship with. If every time you get in a relationship, you're expecting them to know what it is that you want and need, yet you don't know how to communicate. You don't even know what it is that you want and need. You have no boundaries. You don't know your self-worth. And I'm talking to the ladies. This is to the men as well. Have you sat down and spent time with you? Have you sat before the mirror and self-reflected? last night's session is up on YouTube, my YouTube channel, which is which is Tea with the Lady DJ. Tea with the Lady DJ, just like it is here. That's my YouTube channel. At the end of it, there were 13 or more questions for you to do some self-reflection. If you don't ever, you can never. You talk about, I want to protect my peace. You don't even know what that is. You have no idea what that is. You're just saying and parroting what you hear everybody else on all of these social medias. I want to protect my peace. I want her to submit to me. Submit to what? Have you proven yourself as a leader? Scripture says, he who finds. Do you have the characteristics of a wife? Have you worked on you? Are you really ready for a relationship of any kind? In the last year, how many relationships have you been in? And I don't need to say were they successful, because I'm asking you, how many relationships have you been in 1 year? And have you ever stopped to see and think, why did that go awry? Why did it go awry? What did I do to lend to the demise of that relationship? What did I do? You did something. It may not be to the magnitude of the other person, but you too did something. So you're lying to yourself, but you know that there's 3 sides. That's your side, their side, but God knows the truth. God knows the truth. So, when will you show you compassion and honesty? Because that's what you want. But you don't even show you that kind of compassion nor honesty. You lie to you. And I say, as I always, how's that working for you? I am not everyone's cup of tea. I am not. But over here, I give you permission, as I was given permission, to think differently. Because everything that you've been doing has not proven to be efficacious. So what would it hurt for you to try something different? If there's anyone that has any questions, send an invite, and I'll invite you up, or you can put your question in the chat. And tonight, I always go through the comments, all of the comments, and then I will either respond to you tomorrow as we continue on, or I will respond in your inbox. I will respond in your inbox. So whatever is comfortable for you. But thank you for joining me tonight. Thank you. And I will be here tomorrow night at the same time. I promise never to keep you long, because we, like children, we are sponges. but we can only hold so much water. And I want what I've given you to marinate. Allow it to marinate and see where it fits in with you. In the morning, this whole live will again be up on YouTube. When you go there, subscribe. It's free. Turn your notifications on just in case you miss me on one of the nights. Look there because I uploaded there so that you can sit in quietness with you and re-listen. And how does it apply to you? And men and women, you all journal so you can go back and look at it. It makes a difference. It does. If there are no questions, thank you. And I will see you tomorrow. Here, I will be pouring tea tomorrow. Tony, welcome in. I will be pouring tea tomorrow at the same time, 6:30 Pacific, 8:30 Central, and 9:30 Eastern for tea with Lady DJ. That's me. Thank you all so very much for coming and sitting with me. Thank you. I do appreciate you. I can't say it enough. Thank you. And don't forget, if you miss it, if you can't make tomorrow, it will be up on my YouTube channel, okay? Which is what? Tea with Lady DJ. Thank you and good night.